of life and for eventually making this day a reality. We have planned, we strategized, and today it has come to pass. We give you thanks in the name of Jesus. Father, we hand over everything we are doing here. Exchange of knowledge and ideas, we hand everything over to you. Take absolute control that at the end of the day, at the outcome of this conference, will lead to the advancement of this institution, the advancement of this nation, and the advancement of Africa in general. Thank you, Father, because it is done already. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
The Honorable Commissioner, sir, heavily represented. The Honorable Commissioner, Professor Tonukare, heavily represented by Dr. Emoife, here present. My brother, Professor Aparumi, you are welcome. The lead paper presenter, please, I want you to pardon me. I'm just coming from Abuja, and I said I must come back. I've never entered my office. So if I just want to make sure that I don't jump protocol, because sometimes we want to stand on existing protocol and we end up breaking more of the protocols. The bossa of the Polytechnic, Mr. Lawrence Awabiye, I told you I'm the only one that can pronounce his name very well. The organizers of this conference, members of the high table, deans, directors, staff, students, invited guests, presenters, and all other members here present, gentlemen of the press. You're welcome. Today is a very remarkable day. It's remarkable in the sense that what started like an information mutated to this particular event, and I can see the large gathering of people here. That is the way to go. Even though we decided to use the ICT center, the attendance shows that in further conferences we may have to begin to explore a bigger hall. The School of Business, I want to congratulate you in the sense that it is not actually easy organizing a conference. And I remember several other ones that we tried. It is not easy as well. And bringing people from different walks of life, from different business environments, from whatever area you come from, you can see that diversity is what we need to share knowledge. So your presence here, we are very happy that you are here. I am not doing opening speech. I'm here to declare the event open. But I am doing this because I'm overwhelmed by your passion to make this conference work. And when I look at the conference, book of abstract, I can see that it looks well packaged and it looks as something that people can actually use. You see, it is not enough to organize a conference. It's also enough to share knowledge and still use the material. Those days when we were doing promotions, we used to have problems with documents like this. Somebody will say just ordinary paper presented. It's not documented in the book of abstracts, or it's not documented in the conference proceedings. So at least I can congratulate you for taking a step further to have the book of abstracts. Now, based on this, I want to officially declare the conference open, but I would also encourage you on one thing. Anytime we are singing the national anthem, try to learn the lyrics. The reason being that, I don't know how it's done now, but I remember those days that we were looking for jobs, those days when we finished from secondary school. They will ask you to sing national anthem. And that is it, especially when the rising compatriots came. Some of us were the ones that changed from the old one to the new one. Now we are now asked to change back from the old one, from the new one to the old one. And we don't know whether tomorrow we are going to change back to another one or to the new one. Why all this is important is that so that somebody will not invent what has already been invented. And that is what is happening now. So please, learn the lyrics. Some of us are still good at singing both of them. And we'll continue to sing them. It's just about patriotism. That's the whole idea of the national anthem. And I don't know what informed them of going back to the present one. But when you look at the lyrics, whatever it is there in the information, you will see what we are talking about. That even though you have so many tribes, tongues may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. That is exactly what I am talking about. That today, in brotherhood we stand. School of Business, based on what you have told me that you are prepared for this conference, and based on the information I have here, that you have materials to share today, knowledge to share today, I want to use this opportunity to open this conference. I therefore declare this conference open. Thank you very much.
Business and management technology to reintroduce people on the high school. I want to once again welcome Professor Sunday O. Akarubi. He is the keynote speaker, a gentleman of nobility, a punctual personality, who was here early enough. You're welcome, sir. I also want to recognize Dr. Mwefe Ubima. Dr. Mwefe Ubima is representing the Honorable Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Yeru Kunahari. You're welcome, sir. I'm sure our rector, builder, Professor Emmanuel, actually needs no further introduction because he's a man of dignity, a man of intellectual capacity, a man full of an amiable character, a man that can soften a strong heart. Once again, sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And right beside the rector is the exchequer of the Polytechnic. If the man says no check, no life. He is the blood that flows in the Polytechnic. Without finance, everything stops. No other than Mr. Lawrence, you're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
I also want to once again welcome the lead paper presenter from University of Delta, Agbo to be precise. Another wonderful personality who came early enough and has been sitting and watching. No other person than Dr. Caroline O. Alodia. You're welcome. Having said that, I want to humbly invite the Dean of the School of Business and Management Technology, no other person than Dr. Uzezi Philomena Omodabu. Your welcome address. I am not introducing you, man. I'm asking for your welcome address. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A welcome address by the Dean School of Business Studies, now to be known as School of Business and Management Technology, at the 6th SBS International Conference held at Delta State Polytechnic of Washuku. Before I will commence, I want to tender a non-reserve apology for commencing this event behind schedule. I must tender this apology to our keynote speaker, to the rep of the commissioner that came as early as 8:30. 8:30 they were already here. It was actually due to circumstances behind that are beyond our control. Okay, this should be better. Okay. Can you hear me at the end in there? Okay. No, that's your answer. Okay, the Honorable Commissioner for Higher Education, Professor Nyero Sonukari, ably represented by Dr. Emaife Okwima, the Chairman of the Governing Council, Honorable Paul Adigobu. We are expecting him to promise to send a representative. The Rector of the Polytechnic, Builder Professor Emmanuel Ashwenu, all management staff present here. We have our Chief Finance Officer here. He's no other person than our own Mr. Lawrence Awadiga. Deans and directors present right here. Heads of departments, union leaders that are present here, distinguished guests, our highly valued conference participants, distinguished students, great Nigerian students. Thank you so much. Gentlemen of the press, staff and students that are here, ladies and gentlemen. For those that have the binded copy, that's the book of abstracts, page 5 has the address. It is with profound honor and sincere pleasure that I, as Dean of SBS, extend a most cordial welcome to everyone present to be part of this significant academic conference dedicated to the dynamic and rapidly evolving field of artificial intelligence. First, I want to thank Almighty God for making today a reality and for the journey mercies He granted all of us to Delta State Polytechnic of Washington. Distinguished guests and participants, we are gathered as a truly pivotal moment, as AI is no longer a futuristic concept confined to the realms of science fiction. Rather, it is rapidly reshaping our world, impacting industries, societies, and the very fabric of our lives. This international conference with the theme Leveraging Artificial Intelligence for Sustainable Development and Global Competitiveness and Interdisciplinary Approach could not have come at a better time than now, especially with lack of technological know-how almost non-existent in some sectors of the Nigerian economy and other developing countries. This conference therefore provides a crucial forum for rigorous intellectual engagement with the multifaceted dimensions of AI, encompassing its remarkable progress, its intricate ethical implications, and its considerable capacity to address global complex challenges. Shortly, we will have the privilege of hearing from leading experts, thought-provoking discussions and witnessing cutting-edge research that pushes the boundaries of what is possible with intelligence systems and their applications across various disciplines. Hence, this conference has been strategically and purposely conveyed to involve participants from within and outside the country. I want to assure you that today's conference is not just about presenting research papers, rather it is about sharing knowledge, sharing ideas, and fostering collaborations. It is also an opportunity for seasoned researchers to connect with emerging scholars, for industry leaders to share their insights, for policymakers to get ideas and solutions to global challenges, and for our students to be inspired by the possibilities that lie ahead. I earnestly encourage everyone to actively contribute to the sessions, engaging in substantive discussions and cultivate professional relationships with your colleagues. In addition, I wish to assure all participants that papers presented in this conference will be subjected to blind peer review, and within a few months from now, a quality journal of the School of Business and Management Technology will be published. A round of applause to that. I therefore enjoin participants that are present today to take note of all corrections made to improve the quality of their research works. In addition, the communique committee is expected to issue a communique at the end of this conference. On behalf of the entire members of the School of Business and Management Technology, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome once again. Permit me to sincerely appreciate our amiable and visionary rector, builder, Professor Emmanuel Ashwenu, with his management team for approving this conference. A round of applause for our rector. He is a man of the people. He is a man that loves academics. We are indeed grateful, sir. Also, I want to thank all members of the conference organizing committee for a job well done. My amiable chairman, Dr. Buzube, thank you so much, and all the members. The secretary, she has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Whatever we are seeing today, they put it together. May this conference be a stimulating, enriching, and truly a memorable experience for each and every one of us. Before I round up, I want to say that for those that are just coming to Aquatico for the first time, as Delta State Polytechnic Aquatico for the first time, you are welcome. And the convenience, in case you are called by nature, pressed by nature, we have a convenience just behind here. Make good use of it. And in case of emergency, we don't pray for any bad thing. We have the exit door this way. For emergency, the muster point is outside there. Let the exploration of the fascinating world of artificial intelligence begin. Thank you all for listening.
All protocols duly now established. The commissioner, sir, like I said, I'm standing on the existing established protocol. When I was talking before, I was just merely was supposed to declare the event open. And it is now that I'm supposed to make an address. I've made some part of the address when I was talking before. So the hybrid of the address is what I'm going to do now. The theme today that has to do with leveraging on artificial intelligence is a very apt theme in this present time. You remember the other time when we were doing convocation, I brought a professor of artificial intelligence to cite us on the relevance of artificial intelligence in our daily living. I think it was a very mind-blowing one. Now, seeing the dean of, seeing the School of Business and Management Technology picking on this is highly, very commendable and encouraging. Now, artificial intelligence, as we all know, is beginning to revolutionize learning and application in daily life. And sometimes we speak something just by saying it. But the real practice of it is what you are going to hear today from different researchers. Different angles of artificial intelligence exist, and it is multifaceted. It is applicable in virtually every area of life. Like I keep saying, everybody keep thinking that, when artificial intelligence comes, we are going to lose jobs. We are not going to have work. But I keep telling people that it is up to you to position yourself to the changes that are coming. AI may not necessarily remove all the jobs. It may change face. And when it's changing face, you position yourself to change along with that face. I think that is what is also making artificial intelligence something wonderful. We are beginning to hear driverless cars. It's also part of artificial intelligence because you are applying artificial reasoning to do normal work. Driverless cars on the streets. Maybe you see students doing assignments from what I learned. They go to Google, they get artificial intelligence to tell them something. Then we now go somewhere and also wait for you to see whether you use artificial intelligence to do the same thing. We only use artificial intelligence to identify whether you went to use artificial intelligence or not. So these are the things. The world is going to be highly very interesting as we are going. But there's one thing I noticed from the other parts of the world. In Nigeria, if there's like just like you were trying to get access to information now, maybe in the process of trying to get access to information is failing, you will see us discouraged immediately and we start making very uncomplimentary comments. But the white man, once it happens, immediately he knows that the tendency for that problem to be there is there. So he will just relax and wait for resolution. But we will attack that. Why is that not? Why is it not working? This is Nigeria for you. This is no. It is not like that. Artificial intelligence that has come is something that we must all learn to follow the process as it's coming. Now, I am not doing the work of those who are presenting because they are the researchers now. You know, when you are doing research, you become a master of that particular mini area that you are working on. So you are likely going to be better than any other person that is listening to you. So they will give us very, 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 very mind-blowing information. And I want you to be very, very attentive. Because in every gathering like this, there must be something that you will go with. Because anybody that stopped learning has died. It's only a dead man that will stop learning. As long as you are living, you will continue to learn. So I want to believe that this forum is another opportunity for you to learn. And as you learn, begin to think of applying whatever knowledge you are going to gain in our daily life. This is a Polytechnic, and what we do here is skills and development. Knowledge, skills, and development. So it means that anything we hear, we always want to see whether it can become something. Everything about life starts with vision. Everything about life starts with vision. It starts from dream. From dream to reality. So I want you to begin to dream as they give you all these artificial things. I think that is all I want to say. In a nutshell, I checked through this and I could see the spectrum of papers that people are presenting today. And I want to encourage you to do one thing. Madam, one of the takeaways is that as you are doing this, you can equally ask the presenters to develop, although they may have developed their papers, to do a proper assessment of some of these papers that can actually be published in our research journal. And I want to believe that we will publish that in our journal. So please, all of you that have your papers here, look at it very well and make it fully publishable so that in the next few months, we should be able to roll out a journal comprising the full papers that you have here. That will be the contribution to knowledge from Delta State Polytechnic of Wachukwu through the School of Business and Management. Our own participation as school and as management to encourage that this journal that is going to carry some of these papers that are here are actually, if not all, that are here are now published in a well-researched journal. We have a journal, and I want to see some of these publications there. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I want to recognize two gentlemen that I failed to recognize initially. One of them is our medical doctor. So I want to welcome Dr. Owaka Obiajulu to the conference. And the next is the one I call OOA, the ASUF chairman, no other person than Dr. Mike Ogana. I like that energy. Let's maintain that energy. Now, next speaker. No, sorry. Good message by the Honorable Commissioner for Higher Education, Delta State, ably represented by Dr. Efe Okpema.
Good morning, all. Greetings from the Honorable Commissioner, Professor Nyaro send his apology due to state exigency. Sorry, sir. All others duly recognized on the high table. A good message from the Honorable Commissioner of Higher Education on the occasion of the School of Business Studies, University Polytechnic Bashuku, 6th International Conference with the theme Leveraging Artificial Intelligence for Sustainable Development and Global Competitiveness and Interdisciplinary Approach. We all know that leveraging AI for sustainable development involves using artificial intelligence to address social and economic challenges, ultimately aiming to achieve the sustainable development goals. We all know AI ability is to process large data sets, identify patterns, and automate decision making, which can improve resource efficiency, optimize public service delivery, and stimulate economic growth, thereby advancing multiple SDGs. AI has progressively transformed from a niche technological innovation to a powerful tool capable of solving complex and multidimensional problems across various sectors. Its application in sustainable development are promising, offering state-of-the-art changes in areas crucial for economic growth, social equity, and environmental sustainability. And from Delta State, the state government has also provided the enabling environment for researchers to carry out their research diligently and to make sure whatever the outcomes is used for the good of all learners. From the Ministry of Higher Education, I appreciate the School of Business Studies for putting this together, making sure that we all give this conference. I thank the LOC for expending their time and energy to make sure this conference is a reality. Once more, thank you, and make sure at the end of the day, whatever the outcome of this conference is well utilized. Thank you, and God bless.
He is the keynote speaker to be presented by Professor Sunday Agborubi. A hand of applause for him, please.
Once again, I welcome you. This is the citation on the keynote address presenter. Professor Sunday Oba Agborubi was born on July 14, 1965 to Prince Sajid Agborubi and Mrs. Azarugai Omodio in Ozoro, Isoko North local government area of Delta State. He attended Ethiopia Primary School, Saplet, Delta State, Nigeria, from 1971 to 1976. He obtained his BTech in agriculture from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Ondo State, between 1985 and 1990. He proceeded to the University of Ibadan, Oyo State, where he earned his MSc in biometrics and PhD in biometrics between 1991 and 1997. Additionally, he obtained a master's degree in information science from the University of Ibadan, specializing in software development between 1997 and 1999. In 2016, he earned a postgraduate diploma in education from the Federal College of Education Technical, Asaba, Delta State. Professor Akparobi is a professor of biometrics and software development in the Department of Agronomy, Faculty of Agriculture, Delta State University. Administratively, he has served as head of department, associate dean, and dean of the Faculty of Agriculture, managing institutional policies, programs, and budgetary activities for over 26 years. He has been a permanent member of the University Senate since 2009 and has served on various university committees. His expertise and experience as a renowned expert in software development and artificial intelligence expert in agriculture, Professor Akparobi has published numerous articles in reputable journals, supervised student research projects, and mentored postgraduate students. He has also served as a consultant biometrician at the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture in Ibadan and has extensive experience in applying artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to agricultural problems, among others. Professor Akparobi's keynote address, Leveraging Artificial Intelligence for Sustainable Development and Global Competitiveness, an interdisciplinary approach, we explore the potential of AI to transform mindsets and its usefulness in decision making. His presentation will provide valuable insights and practical recommendations for stakeholders, including students, lecturers, non-academicians, businessmen and women, on leveraging artificial intelligence for sustainable development and global competitiveness. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an erudite scholar, an icon in academics, an astute administrator, Professor Sunday Oba Akparobi. Thank you.
I want to thank the orator for adding such and other ingredients to what he has just said. I'm just simple. Sunday Akparobi is my name. Forget about all that is added to it. With all protocol being observed, it gave me great joy to be here. And like what I said, the environment we have is not too conducive. And I thank God when the rector was saying something, he said, you can prepare a better, more conducive environment. So I want to start with our rector. Sir, I believe next time when I'm coming to this great school, I believe I want to see a better good environment in terms of the hall that we can use, because the lab, they are all distraction to what we have here. So some table fixing it. Thank God the Commissioner for Higher Education is my very close friend. Please send the information that it doesn't call the state government to build a befitting lecture hall for such people. So thank you for being across. That means they can use to do anything on earth. That is what the picture I just want to play across. Please let's come back to our message here. I want to thank, with all due respect to the high table, the Honorable Commissioner represented by Omoife, our rector, and all high tables seated here, our distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen. This topic, I want to look at it from 3 or 4 perspectives. Please, the next slide. Okay. I have part 1 talking about sustainable development. After which, no. Okay, I have the first part set up. We have the introduction which I featured showed on. Just go back. Okay, just stop here. We have the introduction talking about, as we gather here today, the world is facing unprecedented challenges: climate change, poverty, inequality, security, and access to healthcare. Just a few to mention the issue that require immediate attention. The question is that AI can address these challenges and drive sustainable development and global competitiveness. The question here is, what is AI? In some places they call it AGI. AGI means Artificial General Intelligence. It means which can do anything human being can do. In the school we give first class. In the Polytechnic, what they call distinction, am I right? Distinction is the best student. But AI has a brain that is more than distinction. They are superhuman beings. They are more than first class in everything they are doing. And that is the topic we want to have before. In most times, in the university those days, when you have first class, they retain them in the system. But nowadays, they don't retain the system. Rather, they employ 2-2 and even third class in the system. And that's why the system is not moving forward. So, but if you have a distinction like in the Polytechnic and they are retaining the system, they are the AI they have in that system to move that system forward. So with topic before me, I'm going to look at it from 3 angles. The first one, we're looking at what is, we are looking at what the area, the first part I'm going to look at is talking about definition. Move to the next slide. No, go up here. Go up. Up. So you are going down, up, the first one from the beginning. You are going down. I divided this thing into 4 parts, but I don't know whether the time will permit, but I will see what I can run within the time. We have the part 1, definition of sustainable development, the pillars of sustainable development, and the 17 SDG. The importance of sustainable development, the challenges of sustainable development. In the part 2 of this talk, I will definition of global competitiveness, the pillars of competitiveness, importance of global competitiveness, and the challenges of competitiveness. The third part, I will definition international approach, and why and the benefits of international approach in AI, the challenges involved in international approach, the examples of international approach in AI applications. The part 4, understanding AI and its function, the types of AI, the characteristics that make up AI as a powerful tool, application of AI in sustainable development and global business, highlight of AI application in various sectors of human endeavor, some of the real-world application of AI, the challenges of application of AI in sustainable development and business, opportunities and application of AI in sustainable development, competence and conclusion. These are the parts I want to, but with the time is not there. I will try to run through all the things because of them. Well, let me ask first, how many minutes I might begin? Well, let me know so that I will not shoot my. Is it 20 minutes or 30 minutes? 30 minutes. Okay, that was started. So the next slide. God, definition of 1.1. So they have the press. Okay. So the definition of sustainable development. Sustainable development is a concept that aims to balance the needs of the present with the needs of the future. It involves meeting the economic, social, and environmental needs of the present world without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. We have what we call 17 SDG goals. They they are there, economic development, social, they are all embedded into these three. The next slide. The importance of sustainable development, SDG. 1, support economic growth. 2, promote social justice. 3, for climate change. Yes, support conservation of nature for us. Move on. What are the challenges faced? How about the changes faced in climate change, poverty, environmental degradation, population growth, and limited resources? Move on. The next issue is definition of global competitiveness. A global refers to a country or organization's ability to compete effectively in global market while maintaining a high standard of living and quality of its citizens. Nigeria cannot compete in the global competitiveness because of many deficiencies we have, because the standard of living in Nigeria is very low and the quality of life in Nigeria is low, and that's why this topic is very important. Under this, we look at institutions like where we have present day. The environment is not considered for a good healthy environment. What about infrastructure, micro environment? Yes, move on. We have other issues there. We talk about the health, primary education, higher education training, all move on. They are all embedded into global competitiveness. And as long as we are not competing those things, we are lucky behind. Look at the importance of it. We have to drive the economic growth, improve standard of living, enhance innovation, and foster trade. Yes, move on. The challenges to global competitiveness. One of them, the rising protectionism. We have technological disruption, climate change, inequalities. Move on. The third issue in our topic here is what interdisciplinary approach. What is interdisciplinary approach? It actually involves integrating knowledge and method of 2 or more academic disciplines. Thank God we have people from different disciplines in this gathering to address a problem or a question that too complex for a single discipline. Those of us from Faculty of Science cannot address the problem of AI alone. We need, for every one problem, we need people from different disciplines, from economics, from accounting, to address this both medical and person. And that's why there's Italian approach needed. I said we need to bring experts from diverse fields and disciplines. It means incorporate every different discipline in order to solve a common problem. Yes, move on. The reason for Italian approach, actually, most of the world problems are complex. It does not have only one solution to it. So that's why they need Italian approach. We have the mission for single discipline approach. We have need for human-centered design. We have ensuring ethics and responsibility and fostering innovation and creativity. Move on. The challenges involved. There are so many challenges involved. One, the communication barrier for different disciplines. We have also cultural and social differences. We have power dynamics. People may need to address power dynamics in what's happening between China, Russia, and so on. They are different. Their funding and resources are constrained. These are some constraints we have in addressing the issue. Move on, please. Examples of where this has been applied in AI. In healthcare sector, it has been applied. In environmental stability, it has been applied. In education, AI has been provided for education. Translation, AI has been provided. Yes, move on, please. The question where I want to start is, what is AI? Because the focus of this meeting is AI. What is AI? AI refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, problem solving, decision making, and perception. The question is, as long human brain where it stopped, AI continue from there. He said he can perform decision taking, problem solving. In most time in the exam nowadays, if you set questions, students come with your handset to the exam. The answer is there. Even calculations is solving for you. So they are more or less advanced in you. And we are looking at advanced intelligence comprise several components that make machine to perform tasks that require human intelligence. I said that AI talking about super brain, first class, distinction. Anybody who have a distinction, who have first class, there are materials that can group into the AI sector. Move on, please. What are the key components of AI? We have machine learning. We have a machine language. What's a machine language? Machine learning. It's a software that enables to learn from data without experiencing program. It involves algorithm. Most of us we have done programming. What is programming? Programming is writing a script saying that the computer should perform this task for you. You say the logical orders. Once the coordinator can do that, it's a program written. You know what you call the flow chart, you know what you call the algorithm, they are all embedded into computer learning. And all these are embedded which can take into computer. Then we have what we call natural language processing. This talk about interaction between languages. Move on, please. We have the third component, which is called computer vision. A vision is a component that enables machine to interpret, understand visual and images. Computer can be able to detail, can be able to recognize features, human beings, that this is different from this. Move ahead. We have what we call expert system. In most time of the world, presently, I, Professor Sunday Akparubi, the system is so that whatever I've embedded in my head, there's a textbook I wrote. In that textbook, I download all what I have, what I've done in life into that textbook. That anybody pick that textbook, they have seen Professor Akparubi. What am I saying? In expert system, presently they are doing such is because those men will pass away after some time. So in through expert system, you tap that what is that man, human being, and put it into a system. So that, like the medical field, all these consultants, once if you the same question is Dr. Kosa, we are the same thing they are. So that is the expert system I can't develop into that knowledge. The next one, neural was please move ahead. Fast. We are talking of deep learning. Deep learning is a sort of that evolved the neutral network that multiple learn to learn more complex data. In terms of like email recognition, speech recognition, they carry those artifacts out. The next one is knowledge representation. Here we talk about storing in machine, semantic, move on please. Finally, we have reasoning and first. AI, yes, after we talk about drawing conclusion. But every AI drawing conclusion, he can reason this to say, when you try to do this, it's okay, this is what you want to do. He draws conclusion, he logical reasoning, and the way human reason. Finally, we talk about human and computer interaction. All these components, interface, they are what make up what we call AI. Please move on. What makes AI so much important presently? There are certain things it does. I say that it's a super brain. That means it does things that you cannot do. And there's no fatigue. That means it doesn't get tired. Like the hospital they show in China. They said they can treat over 3,000 patients in a day in that AI hospital. Medical doctors are able to cannot be able to do that within a day. So what made up AI to be very important? He learns for data and improve performance over time. Over time, you get used to it with adjustment in prayer. They said he solve all complex problems. If you ask human being to multiply, to add 1 to 1 and 1 million, it takes time. But with AI, within a second, it does that. So more or less, he solve complex problems that cannot solve. We said make decisions better or based on data and algorithm. We talk about some of the data. We talk about perception, recursive environment. You look at the environment through sensor and say this is what is happening, and you take decision. Finally, we said it also carry out what we call understand and generate human knowledge. You can look at your language and pick different language and use it to interpret. Move on, please. Where has it been applied? Funnily, it has been applied in the field of environment. In China, presently, there's environment, desert has been turned to green land through the use of AI. Renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, conservation, they are area. Please move on to the next one. Don't waste time on that. In social responsibility, in nature education, there are some of them that they are used in teaching. They are all developed to predict student behavior. In fact, if you go online, you see students, teacher will be teaching, will be able to know what is the intelligence, whether the student is considered or not. They tell you whether I don't want to say why I listen to you, why I don't listen to you. That is for your AI. We have the healthcare that they apply in healthcare, in poverty reduction, disaster, please move on. We have in economic stability, we have sustainable infrastructure. In terms of green finance, we have, please move on, yes. In governments, actually, in public sector, it has been applied. Policy development, transparency, accountability, please move on. In area of global competitiveness, like economy, for example, in smart manufacturing, it has been applied. In finance service, e-economy and marketing, it has been applied. Please move on. In innovation, it has been applied. Please move on. We don't want to waste more than that. In talent development and education, AI has been applied. In skill development, in lifelong learning, talent acquisition, I believe it has been applied in all those areas. Please move on. In international trade and investment also, AI has been applied and they have the software commission there. Please move on. Now, looking at various sectors that AI has applied, I have a comprehensive in my original paper because of time I want to go through them. We have the medical diagnosis. It has been a very effective in personal, personalized medicine, in robust surgery. There are some surgery now that have been done using AI. In predictive analysis, please move on. In education, that's applied, move on. In finance, in transportation, it has been applied. Manufacturing, yes. Energy aspect, in agriculture, in various aspects of agriculture, in cyber security has been applied. Human resources, yes. In market and sales, it has been applied. As soon as move ahead. In global, yes, there are some, go down, please go back. We realize that presently, like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they have been a serious crisis in trying to overdo each other over some of these things. Google, if you have WhatsApp, they have WhatsApp there. Have you seen that before? Google has their own chat box, if you have seen that before. And every one of them, they are trying to see who can do. And so there's no competition in terms of among all these organizations in terms of in the development of AI. Please move on. Move on, please. The challenges involved in terms of the talent scheme, integration, existing step. Please move on. Please move on. Let's move on to. I want to say before I go to the conclusion. There's a revolution taking place. When they see the kind of data, they will send away from the kind of data. After that, people start forming to feed. They say, make computers in my life, and they're forming to feed. If they don't after some time, we are saying slave trade. During slave trade was to use man to do the work of slave. But that leads us to what we call in the 17th century to 18th, what we call industrial revolution. After then, we enter what we call digital revolution, the ICT, whereby computer came up. And based on that, they were 5 stages. They came up with a very big computer, with backbone chip. Later on, he moved to transistor, and that's what that. Then he moved to cycle, Later on, now moved to microprocessor, which is where we are. For presently, after microprocessor, the next stage we are now, which is AI, incorporating all this what we are talking. And so the present, after the industrial revolution, digital revolution, the revolution we are now is AI revolution. And Nigeria must key in if you want to be relevant. And the only way to be relevant is that we must, like the key element I mentioned here, we must partake in building this. Thank God when the letter was here, say this place is made for what is made for skill and development. And that means there must have an AI unit whereby robots are built. These are some of the things they should do course on robots. For robots is incorporated. So there should be well-equipped system of what it's not here, but there are things that we must put in place if Nigeria want to compete with this system. I want to go back to my teacher. He said it has a potential to drive slave development and enhance global growth. However, to fully leverage the benefit of AI is essential to adopt international approach that brings together experts from diverse fields, including technology, economics, social science, environmental sciences, etc. By combining the strength of AI with the various insights of various disciplines. One, to address complex challenges, which only one speaker cannot do it. To foster sustainable development, to enhance global competitiveness, to ensure inclusive growth, and to promote human-centered. Please move on. To achieve these goals, there are certain things we must take note of. We must foster collaboration with diverse teams, invest in AI research and development. We must invest on funding a system in Nigeria. These are the aspects the government must invest. We must invest in research and development. That is very, very important. There's no money for research, there's no way to development, even the environment is not conducive. These are the areas that the school must, the management country must look into. We say there's no talent, AI talent in our education system. We should do AI competition, robots, develop all those things that the young will be involved in. Instead of put diverting attempt to form one Yahoo Yahoo. Nigeria can devote the youth, they have talent. They can devote it to AI, area of AI. In China, every children are involved right from secondary school. They have been key to this system. And these are things that the government must do. Because the young ones have been so much attacked with our phone and with Yahoo Yahoo. And there's nobody interested in hard work. I said establish a visionary framework. A short transparency, please move on. By adopting that approach, we must sustain, drive sustainable development, enhance global competitiveness, ensure inclusiveness, promote human-centered AI. You see, AI will become a problem as time goes on. You will develop something that will kill the human race if care is not taken. So that is why there is a need to human to interfere. If not, you give them free will, the report will come. You develop lion that will just come and wipe out the human race. So you must be very careful about that. Please move on. In conclusion, leveraging artificial intelligence for sustainable development requires a comprehensive approach that addresses the challenges and opportunities of all. We need to invest in digital infrastructure, which I believe the government must do. That's the part of the recommendation this government must recommend. We must develop AI talent, which part of the government this government must recommend. We must promote digital literacy, develop ethic and bias guidelines. Together we can harness the power of AI to create a more sustainable, equitable and prosperous world for all. In recommendation, which in part establish a global AI for development initiative. We must develop AI solutions for specific development challenges. We must also invest in AI research, very, very important if we want to move with it, because the advanced world, they have gone ahead. For us to meet up with them, we must start doing research and development of AI. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
University of Aberdeen. He's been on since about 7 He's been listening to what is going on. Right now, it is my duty to read out his citation while we bring him online. Librarian Isaac Anyami is a research scholar in artificial intelligence at the School of Computing and Engineering Technology from Polytechnic University, Aberdeen, United Kingdom. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Library and Information Science, where he emerged as a second-class from upper division from the prestigious Delta State University, Abraka. He also holds a UK teaching and demonstration certificate and a master's degree in library and information science from University, Oka. Librarian Ayere was the immediate past Polytechnic librarian at the National Institute of Construction Technology, Uromi, Nigeria, from 2021 to 2024. He also holds the position of the acting rector and chief development officer of the Polytechnic in 2023. The which is next assessment. It will interest you to know that Librarian Isaac is one of the youngest scholars in Nigeria to have been appointed to the exalted position of the Polytechnic librarian and eventually rector CEO of a federal polytechnic in Nigeria. Additionally, he was a respected lecturer at the Department of Library and Information Science, Delta State Polytechnic of Washu. You see, our people have left this show and they are now international. A hand of applause for that. Librarian Isaac is also a chartered librarian. Chartered library and information professional, and is a respected member of the Nigerian Library Association. He was Assistant National Secretary of the Association of Polytechnic Librarians in Nigeria. Until he left the country, he is a renowned conference speaker, open access and a promoter of lifelong learning. He is a member of the editorial board of the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and the U.S. Library Philosophy and Practice Journal. He is a well-published scholar with over 370 citations and over 50 articles published, and a highly rated journals in America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. With a focus on personal development and global impact, Isaac has attended training courses in Finland, Singapore, and other places around the globe. His research interests include
Prof, you are highly welcome. I listened to your projections and how we can make AI work in Nigeria. Prof, I want to give you a scenario. Let's see how whether you can help us. 2 days ago, I read on a newspaper in Nigeria complaining of how a project was awarded for 27 billion. The project was approved before Jonathan left power. 3 months after the new government came, that project was jacked up to 127 billion. And what was said was that at least the period of that 3 or 4 months made things so. Now, the project was awarded, and from the writer he said, when the project was now made 127 billion, everybody in the ministry, from the clerical staff to the permanent secretary and the minister, were very happy. The project was awarded, nothing went on site, the money was paid, and the permanent secretary, who had the deal broken with the contractor before the money was paid, died. And he was to have 20 billion from that money. The contractor did not keep to his bargain because there was no written document. And what happened? The wife went to court that the man is owing the husband, the late husband. Court 1, let's say High Court, the woman won the case. Appeal Court, the woman won the case. As Supreme Court, the judge said, you cannot do something or nothing. Where are the evidence of the death? And he lost the case. My question, sir, how can AI solve this kind of problem of corruption in Nigeria? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Good afternoon, esteemed lecturers and students. Can you hear me? Any AI mic? Any AI mic available? Good afternoon, esteemed lecturers and students and guests. Mr. Isaac, good afternoon. It is an honor to stand here before you for this AI Summit. My name is Success Oke Omunamu. I am the Queen of Delta State, a pageant organized by Delta State government. I'm a specialist in AI education. So what I do in my program, I'm also the convener for AI for Delta's Future. So what I do in my program is I go around the state, teaching young entrepreneurs and creatives, youths like you and I, not the lecturers, me and the students, youths like you and I, on how to leverage on AI for business automation, grow your business, for digital marketing, data analytics, and wealth creation. The whole idea is to make more money, right? Right? Yes. Please, I need your feedback. I'm here because of you. And when the students were leaving, I was really discouraged. But I'm happy to see you here. So I told you I'm a specialist in AI education, and today I've been invited to speak on a very crucial topic, balancing human creativity with AI. Now, we've had an amazing speaker. The prof taught us very well, and Mr. Isaac also taught us very well the dangers, the challenges we're having with AI. Now, this is a tool that is very important, okay? But it's also as bad as it is good. All right? If we don't control it, it will do more harm than good. Okay? So now, before we begin, I would like to know my audience. If you are here as a student and say you are given the option now to bag your degree, take your results, and leave this place. Say you are just here you are chasing the degree just for the sake of having the degree. Let me just graduate with these results, and so everybody will be okay. Can I see your hand? Yeah, we know ourselves. The ones that, let me come again. Say you are studying medicine now, but that's not what you are really interested in. But you just want to have the degree for the sake of having the degree. Please raise your hand. Okay, so that means everyone is proud of what they are doing. Okay, I know why, yeah. Alright, so the second set of people, you are here and you want to be an expert in your field. Whatever you do, you want to be good at it. Whether you graduate with 2-1, 2-2, whatever, but you just want to be known among the best in whatever you do. Regardless of the sector, education, business, agriculture, whatever. You just want to be a good person. You just want to be the best at what you do. Can I see your hand? Wow, yeah. Okay, so yeah, my people there. To discuss AI, right? But most importantly, we are here to discuss you and I, because we are the users, right? We are the users of AI. So now let me paint a scenario. Let's paint a case study for students. We still have students here. Let's paint a case study for students. So as a student in the School of Business, one of the critical courses or topic you are likely to come across is strategic management. Am I correct, lecturers? One of the critical topics you come across is strategic management. Now, before the lecturer comes to teach you, the students, about strategic management, how can you understand strategic management without being taught beforehand? How do you do that? You don't have textbooks, you don't have handouts, you don't have materials. How do you do that before the lecturer comes in? Alright, that's why we're here. So you can easily go to ChatGPT or Google Gemini. These are like my go-to research chatbot tools. They are called AI text generation tools are called chatbots. The one you can chat with, Meta AI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, these are called chatbots because you can interact with it. So you can easily go to your chatbot AI. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay, so you can easily go to your chatbot AI and say this, because you use prompts to use AI tools. Prompt is what you tell the tool and then it gives you output. So you can easily go to your chatbot and say this. I'm a final year student in the School of Business, and I've come across a topic called strategic management. Can you give me top 5 things to know about strategic management, right? That I can apply anywhere the conversation strategic management comes up. This is you telling the chatbot, right? And you will see the response it gives you. It will give you that top 5 things you need to know about strategic management. Now, 2 minutes ago, you had no idea what strategic management was, right? But the moment you use it, you have everything you need to know about strategic management. Do you understand? Are you following? Yeah. Good. So now, you as a student, you can easily walk into the room without being scared and say, the lecturers, one thing our lecturers love to do, they just come up from nowhere and tell you today we're doing pop tests. And it's about a topic that you've not been taught, which is very good for learning actually. It keeps you prepared. As a student, you have to be prepared and ready for it at any time. So now with the use of this tool, you can be prepared for things like this. And also it helps to advance your learning. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah. Okay, now so let's spend another case study for lecturers. Now you're a lecturer in the School of Business. And like your other colleagues, you've been tasked with teaching critical courses like strategic management, and it's a capstone course, right? And you have been challenged with teaching it to students who may not really appreciate the full potentials of strategic management right now. Because one of the challenges we have is students don't study anymore, making it more difficult for lecturers to do their job, right? Okay, good. So now you've been tasked with teaching a critical course like strategic management to students who may not really appreciate its relevance or even understand its depth. It's about your job. You have to fulfill your responsibility, right? So what do? How do you make your training more engaging, your teaching more engaging, more accessible and relatable for students? Because now one of the challenges you had is they're teaching and students are making noise, not really paying attention to what we're doing here, because this is a very important thing. We're gaining knowledge here, we're all gaining knowledge here, and it's very important. So how do you keep your teaching more accessible, relatable, and engaging so that you keep your students locked in from the beginning of the class till the end? How do you do that? Now imagine this. You can simply go to ChatGPT or Google AI, Google Gemini AI, and then you say this: give me 3 innovative classroom activities that can help me teach SWOT analysis in strategic management to final year students. Do you understand? Now this is your input to the chatbot, and the next thing you see is you are likely to get in 10 seconds, 1, a role play classroom simulation. 2, you are likely to get real-time case deconstruction between Apple versus Samsung. Apple versus Samsung, because these are 2 businesses and we're talking about strategic management in business, right? So it will give you real-time case study, and lastly, it will be able to give you group challenge for students to be able to build mock strategic business and mock business strategies. Are you following? AI will give you 3 things. 1, role play case simulation. 2, real-time case study deconstruction between Apple and Samsung. And 3, it will give you group challenge where students will be able to build mock business strategies. Do you understand? And when you get this output from AI, if you apply it to your teaching, you will notice this thing. Before you know, students are more engaged to your teaching. You find them more engaged with your teaching. 2, they are now asking deeper questions because now they are interested and they can relate with it. And 3, they now have deeper knowledge. They are able to retain the information that they are getting from the class. They are able to retain it. Why? Because the teaching is now more experiential than just theoretical. Do you understand? Are we good? Yes. Because right now, students, most of them, they don't read. But it's a problem that we're trying to solve as teachers. Okay? We're trying to solve it as educators. But when you're able to make your teaching more engaging, relatable, and accessible, you find them more engaged with your teaching. You find them staying in your class from the beginning to the end, and at the end of the day, you have your problem solved. Yes. So now, AI is not here to replace the educator. Rather, it is here to re-energize the educational system. If you as a lecturer, you are able to leverage AI to help amplify your academic relevance. Because we have AI now and AI can do a lot of things, does not mean you will sit back and say, okay, you have class in the next 2 minutes. What you're supposed to do as a lecturer, you're already prepared. You're supposed to prepare for this class since like 2 weeks ago, or even a month ago. You're supposed to be prepared different. But because you just believe that we have AI will do it for me. At the end of the day, you are losing. Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence into machines for it to be able to think, act, and solve problems like humans, like you and I. So what we're saying is, basically this machine is using your intelligence and mind. It is not able to formulate its own. It is what we put in it, that is what it gives back to us. Do you understand? So we as humans, our knowledge is built on lived experience, emotions, empathy. We're able to think abstractly. While AI models, they are built on trillions of data sets. They have been built with data like information, your information, what you put online, AI will go and capture it. And so when someone asks something, it will go and give this person what you, as a human, you formulated, trained on. Do you understand? Are we following? So now, how do we create the balance? The list goes on and on, but because of time, I will go further. So how do we create balance? What do we use AI for? Use AI for brainstorming. Use AI for data analysis. Use AI for digital marketing. These are things that is automated. You just have the machine doing that for you while you do the most important part. And what's that most important part? Your critical thinking. That is where your creativity comes in as lecturers, as professionals, as students, writing your proposals, your projects. I was speaking with a government official some days ago at Government House, and we're talking about my projects, which I do. And then he said, during his masters, while he was doing his projects at his masters, he had to travel all the way from Delta State to Nasarawa to go and complete his project, and he had to stay there for months, abandoning his family and work, because he had to go and complete his project, and his resource and research material is all the way there. Do you understand? But now with AI, you can easily, from the comfort of your house, like somebody like me, I will be eating pizza, and AC will be blowing me, and I'll be doing my research with my smart device. Do you understand? So do your research with AI. Get the information that you need to get, so that you will not be presenting something without agent knowledge. Do you understand? So let AI do this part for you. Then you do the most important part. Like I tell my students, add your Maggi and salt. And you adding your Maggi and salt is your critical thinking. Be creative with your thinking. You deal with humans, and you know that humans will deal with emotions, right? When you have two machines here, they work based on the way they are programmed. You have a robot, but you know how your deliverable is. You know you are delivering to humans, and you know that you have to work with emotions. Are you getting me? You see a scenario where a doctor is coming to give news to a family that they just lost someone, and he comes in like this and says, "I'm so sorry, we lost the mother and the child." Do you understand? He says, "I'm sorry," because he understands that this is a sad thing, right? But then robots will come and tell you lost the person, whether you are feeling sad or not. It has given you the information. Are we good? So know how to create balance. Know that you are the pilot and AI is the tool. And lastly, this is Jara for my lecturer to write tests, do the assessments, and do all of that. Okay, so I'll give you AI tools. It is not 100% correct. Like you said, don't trust on AI completely. But by the time you are able to use your own cognitive, you will be able to get the answer you need. Are we good? So I'll just give you 3. We have Originality AI. The site is originalityai.com. We have another one called GPT-0 or GPT-0 or 0GPT. You use it to detect GPT-generated content. Now, even with the latest version of GPT, this tool will be able to detect that this is AI-generated. And another one, you have Trinity AI detection. This one is best for universities already using Trinity for plagiarism. Should I come again? Yes. All right, so you have 0GPT, you have Originality AI, and you have Trinity AI. Yeah, let me add one more. Copy Links AI. Are we good? So use this. Then students, youth, we are the leaders of tomorrow. Do you understand? Please, let's start applying our own cognitive. Let's start applying our own knowledge. This is what I train my students to do. For my program that I'm doing in Delta State currently, I've started in Patani, and Oshimini South is the next. I'll be doing it very, very soon. So what I do is, the event is not the main deal. The main deal is after the event. I have a community where I drop materials every day. I train the students every day on AI, the revolution of AI, and how we can apply it cognitively in our work, our businesses, and everything we do. We have mentors that you can use, that you can ask questions and they'll train you more. So persons will be removed from their jobs. But at the same time, AI is creating more jobs. So it is those persons that are able to leverage the use of AI that will be left standing by that time. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
The lead paper presenter in this conference, Dr. Mrs. Caroline Ochuko Alodia is an esteemed scholar, seasoned educator, and dynamic researcher in the field of mathematics, education, measurement and evaluation, and artificial intelligence application in education. She currently serves as the head of department, Science Education, Faculty of Education, University of Delta, Agbo, Nigeria, where she provides academic and administrative leadership that fosters innovation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and evidence-based practice. With over 2 decades of teaching, research, and consultancy experience, Dr. Caroline Alodia holds a bachelor's degree in mathematics education from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and both master's and doctorate degrees in measurement and evaluation from Delta State University, Abraka, 2010 and 2015 respectively. Her academic journey is marked by distinction and an unwavering commitment in advancing educational excellence across Nigeria and beyond. Dr. Alodia's scholarly work spans educational measurement and assessment, data analytics, research methods, artificial intelligence in pedagogy, continuous assessment, counseling, and inclusive education. She is a prolific author with over 70 peer-reviewed publications, the vast majority of which are indexed in top-tier international and Scopus-ranked journals. She has also contributed to book chapters, edited academic texts, and served as a peer reviewer for both national and international scholarly journals. Her academic influence extends globally through active memberships in numerous professional bodies, consistent participation in international conferences and workshops, and ongoing collaborations with researchers across disciplines. In line with the theme of this year's conference, Dr. Alodia's recent research interrogates the transformative capacity of artificial intelligence in enhancing learning outcomes, research productivity, and ethical educational practices. She has particularly championed the development and validation of educational instruments designed to assess 21st century skills within technologically enhanced environments. As the visionary coordinator of Cavimia Research Advisory, CRAD in short form, she has spearheaded initiatives to equip over 2,000 professionals, including academics, researchers, school administrators, and religious leaders, with a practical artificial intelligence skills through hands-on seminars, webinars, and in-person workshops. She has fostered AI literacy aimed at improving curriculum delivery, automating research processes, and enhancing decision-making in education and leadership. CRAD's recent outreach to the faith-based community exemplifies her holistic approach to human capital development, proving that AI applications are both cross-disciplinary and cross-sectoral. This commitment to bridging technology with humanity sets her apart as a thought leader in educational transformation. In recognition of her academic integrity and leadership excellence, she continues to be consulted for policy formulation, instrument design, academic mentoring, and professional training programs. Outside her scholarly commitments, Dr. Alodia enjoys reading, writing, and aerobic fitness. She is joyfully married, blessed with children and grandchildren, and remains a strong advocate for family values and generational Christian legacy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an educationist par excellence. A seasoned scholar. She is the lead paper presenter for this conference. Thank you.
Like this. The 21st century is marked by a rising of intelligent machines. Can I stay this for a second? Artificial intelligence is a concept that we thought was boxed in science fiction academic research. But however, we have come to discover that artificial intelligence is more than that. It's an application that can be used for several things. These have been talked about. But one thing I want us to remember is that AI is shaping how we live, how we work, how we do things, how we teach, how we do our research. AI has the capacity now to make nations to begin to compete and survive in a digital world. Next slide, please. The fourth industrial revolution. This phase is characterized by, a lot of physical innovation, digital innovation, and biological innovation. But AI is the core of this revolution. It functions as an engine because it has the capacity to produce a big data analytics, robotics, smart infrastructure, digital finance, and climate modeling. The implication of this is far-reaching, and nations that embrace AI are scaling up. Their development is scaling up. But nations that decide to, be done about, incorporating AI into their development, three things may happen to them. They may become economically irrelevant, technologically dependent, and globally sidelined. I hope Nigeria is not like that. Next slide, please. Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, stand at a critical junction. We have key factors that will help us, that we have this potential to introduce or begin to use AI. Because one, over 30% of our population is under the age of 35. We have a rapidly expanded digital economy. And we have a growing community of tech entrepreneurs. Nigeria's capacity to effectively deploy AI for sustainable development is constrained. There is urgency to position itself. It is not optional, it is imperative. Like this. Now, what is the problem? Despite AI growing global relevance, Nigeria remains largely at the periphery of technological revolution. There are key challenges that are hindering AI development. Yes, it's true. Nigeria's educational system, though it is rich in talent, is not yet tracing and capacity building. If we compare what is happening in Nigeria with other countries, what they're doing with AI, then our embracing of AI is fragmented, is reactive, and under-ambitious. The consequences is that we risk the opportunity of allowing AI to improve key sectors in Nigeria. Next slide. Therefore, the objective of these presentations are: 1, establish a link between AI, sustainable development, and global competitiveness. 2, examine global best practices in AI adoptions and extract lessons relevant for Nigerian context. And the third one we look at is to propose a comprehensive strategy integrating. And the last one is contributing to national and continental discourse on ethical, inclusive, and strategic development of AI as a tool for transformation development. So let's write on. Next slide, please. So we are going to try to define or clarify some of the concepts. I have 3 main concepts I'm going to play around with today: artificial intelligence, sustainable development, and the third one is global competitiveness. I'm not going to saddle myself with this. I think much has been said about artificial intelligence, but I will just try to bring it down to our understanding that everybody can understand what artificial intelligence is all about. It's a machine, just as you have blender. The blender is a machine, isn't it? Yes. And the duty is to do what? Is to blend. And you have other machines. You have washing machine, and the duty of that washing machine is to do what? Is to wash clothes. It means the machine has been prepared to do such thing. AI is a machine. It's not spiritual. It's not satanic. It's just a machine. And that machine has been schooled. I'm trying to bring it down. The machine went to school. And when you go to school, what do they give to you? Is it not knowledge? Yes. A lot of knowledge has been packed into that machine. The young girls said much about that. Everything online, all those things you post on social media, they are out there. Your YouTube, everything is there. And information from renowned libraries, they are all there. And this machine has been trained to learn, can reason, can solve problems. Our prof said something about that, so I'm not talking much about that, to learn language and all those things. And when you now give the AI a prompt, or you ask the AI to do one thing or the other, it goes in to get all those information that he has, he went to school to learn. And it will now synthesize it and give it to you. Remember that when you want to write your research, you used to go to Google, isn't it? And you will do a lot, you download a lot of materials, maybe like myself, I want to read, I will download about 100. And I will begin to take my time to read it. AI has all those material. AI will help you read all of them. There are AI that does that will read all the PDF for you. And you begin to ask questions. And from those PDFs, you need to give you those information. So it has made your journey of research to become what? Just like what a washing machine does for you. Just like what blender does for you. So AI is good, even though it may have some shortcomings. There are 3 types of AI. The narrow AI, which is the weak AI, that is what we are using now. The general AI is still incubating. According to research, the general AI will have emotions. The narrow AI, which is like the ChatGPT and also don't have emotion. The general AI will have emotion and is now incubating. You see, let me tell you something. Where I'm so worried This AI we are seeing now has been in existence for years, but it was locked up there. And they've been using it to develop things which they will give to you. And you begin to use. And you are not here. They have managed to release this narrow AI. You are not questioning. Why don't you grab it fast and do something with it? The general AI, they are already using it. When they are tired, they say, let's give it to these people. They will give it to you. Why don't you go and learn this narrow AI and begin to develop general AI? We don't need to wait for them to give it to us. Let's stop begin any new thing that comes, you begin to look at it, you run it down, At the time you are using to run it down, why don't you develop more on it? And bring us something that is unique to our culture. Because the present AI is not unique to our culture. Because everything that has to do with our culture is not there. And that is why sometimes when you ask for one thing, they give you one terrible thing. So it's time for us to rise up, and that is the purpose of my work. To energize you, so sensitize you that it's time. Let's stop complaining. Let's say stop talking so much of AI on AI. What can you do to improve AI? Let's continue. Let's go. Sustainable development. Definition of sustainable development. Our prof said that. So I'm not going to saddle myself with that. I will only say one statement there. The definition that was given in 1987, for me, I so love it. It says it's the development that meets present needs without compromising future generations. Whatever development you are bringing in now, you will enjoy it, and it will not become a problem to forthcoming generations. If that is the type of development you have, there is a sustainable development. Next slide, please. So we have Indra, I think Prof. Simon goes to the business and gave us all that we needed. But I will just say, go on, do that. Now, what are the theoretical underpinnings? We in the educational system, we believe that before you say anything, you must establish the theories. There must be theories that already existing that you can use to explain these three concepts that I'm interested in. The one is the system theory. For short, it says every change in one component affects the entire system. Even though we are saying AI can do a great thing for us, it needs other systems to work. If other systems cannot work, then AI will not work. That's what this is. This theory says that technology has the capacity to drive development. That if you need development, then you need technology. Remove technology, development may not come. Next slide. And the innovation diffusion theory. The innovation diffusion theory says that there are 5 players in this process. You have the inventors. I don't know whether Nigeria are inventors when it comes to technology. Even if we are not inventors, we can be early adapters. And if you look at Nigeria, the people that should sit in that second position is we, the lecturers. Those in research centers and private tech firms, they are the ones that should be the first to embrace any innovation that comes up. And we will go on to begin to disseminate and encourage people to have to embrace it. And we now have the early majority, the late majority, and the laggard. Unfortunately, Nigeria is at that last position. It's lagging, and we must do something about it. Next slide, please. AI is no longer exclusive to advanced economics. It now plays a vital role in development. It plays a vital role in the AI is recognized as a transformative force that can redefine development tragedies, can reshape economies, can enhance global competitiveness, can address complex 21st century social and environmental challenges. He said much about that. So let's look at what other countries they are doing concerning AI and how they have embraced AI. Next slide, please. Let's start with Canada. Canada launched a national AI strategy in 2017. ChatGPT came in 2021, November precisely. But these people, they launched AI strategy in what? 2017. Why would they not be more developed than we are? They emphasize research capacity, talent development, responsible AI, and so on. Look at China. China has introduced a plan. It says the next generation artificial intelligence development plan. The aim is that by 2030, they will be global AI leaders. By 2030, it's just 5 years. China says they will lead, and they're already working on it. They have strategy their focus is on, to tell you, they have specialized university just on AI. You go to that university to learn artificial intelligence. Amen. I want to preach now. I want to preach now. I'm touched. In this our Polytechnic, do we have a course called artificial intelligence? But look at it. Do you see why I said amen? See this university. We are talking about that is a program that we graduate. And it's called, just as you have, yes, it's called artificial intelligence. That's what I'm saying. It's a course under a program. You don't. Why? They have has launched the Smart Rwanda Master Plan. What is Nigeria doing? We are busy complaining, criticizing. And other countries are moving forward. Next slide. Why is it that these countries are moving forward? There are key players that will need them to have a national AI model. But these countries, they have national AI models. For Nigeria, we don't have. Why? Why they have is what the government is committed. There is budget for it. There is a national policy. They are investing in research and development. Educational skills know that we have to run this AI is available. And they have ethical framework, just like what our lecturer was talking about. They already have. Nigeria, we don't have. We are busy talking. Multilateral institution, UNESCO. They are so interested in AI. If you have this slide, you can read it up because I have just 10 minutes. Next slide. Then you have for African Union, look at all their strategic plan concerning AI. Next slide. Then you have for United Nations, they even said that AI will help to support the achievement of sustainable development goals. Without it, it's difficult. AI makes it very easy for every country to be able to achieve the sustainable development goals. Next slide, please. Then you have the African Union. I think I've looked at this before. Next slide, please. The benchmark of Nigeria is terrible. We have the AI reading index is very low. Next slide. The global innovation index for Nigeria is low. The ICT development index is low. Next slide. The global competitive report concerning Nigeria is low. Next slide. In fact, Nigeria is lagging behind. Look at South Africa doing great work. Look at Kenya doing great work. Look at Egypt, they are growing their digital infrastructure. Nigeria, we are still busy. Next slide. We have some recommendation. I will look at this recommendation later. Next slide. Next slide, please. However, Nigeria has some things in place. Let's not be saying Nigeria not good, Nigeria not good. They have a digital economy policy, and these are the 8 strategic pillars, but AI is not there. Next slide. In that pillar, they just said something about AI, but it's not really there as its own, taking AI and address it as a single entity. Next slide. Because of my time, I'm trying to avoid next slide. Next slide. They have said much about this. That's why I'm not bothering myself. Just go on. Go on. A lot of there's no to go back, please. This is very important. I have said before that AI is not satanic. It's not satanic, and that is why I am taking time to educate religious people on AI. It's not satanic. Then AI is true that AI is displacing people from their job, but it depends on you. We lecturers, if you don't queue into AI now and use it to improve your job, when it's time for displacement, you will go. You will go. You also develop yourself. Anything you are doing, how can AI help do it better? Or what can AI be? How can AI be used in your own area? So that when it is time, they say some will go, you will not display your skill. And if you are not able to display those skills, then you will go. Very soon you will be lecturing from home using AI. I had a Zoom meeting 2 days ago, and I just discovered that Zoom now have a secretary. So I clicked on that secretary, and at the end of the Zoom meeting, that AI secretary will be very and when I hear that, so these tools are so many now. Go and grab it. If you don't want to lose your job, we will not lose our job. Next slide. Now let's look at what we can use AI to do. Challenges that agriculture has. And AI has a lot of things. They drum with the AI camera, you know, computer vision tools, AI-driven market intelligence that can predict demands and connect farmers with buyers. These things are very available. They have smart irrigation using weather data, soil sensors, and so on. They are available. There are farms that are already incorporating it. Next slide, please. Then health. Health, there are a lot of things that you can use it, I itemize it. One that I personally experienced, I was discussing with a doctor and was telling me his challenge. He's so stressed up in Asaba. And I now told him, have you heard of AI? He said he's been, yes. I said, okay, bring out your phone. And I gave him the names of some AIs for health people. He couldn't believe it. And with that, he does not need to read much. If a patient is talking, all he needs is to type in what the patient is saying. And the information will come out, all the drugs, everything, the tests the person needs to do. And that young man has been thanking me because I've delivered it for stress. Next slide. Next slide, please. Education. AI is doing a lot of things in education. For almost 3-4 years now, I've been taking the lecturers through what AI can help you do. Can help you, you know, intelligent tutorial system. Do you know that as lecturers, if you embrace AI, you can have your own academy online? Have your own academy online. All you need is how to prepare your videos using AI. You don't talk much. These things are there. Then how to prepare your lectures, how to even write your books, how to prepare your outlines, whether it's your course outline, or they are all available. There are tools available for such things that you can use. Even AI can mark. I don't mark. I don't mark. I know there are AIs that can do my marking for me. If I want my students to do my test, they will do it. Even if it's essay, they will do it online for me. And I have AI that can do the marking for me and do my objective marking and everything for me. They are available. Go in and study. Then even in your research, the AI tools, they are valuable. Every section of the research, there are AI tools that can help you do it and make it easier. You know, the bottom line is that as a researcher, well, your focus should be on the field work. That's your focus. AI cannot do that for you. You must go to the field and carry out your research. But AI can do the literature review for you. And with that literature review, you can now write your introduction section, you write your literature review section and other section. Okay, next slide please. Now this is for public service. You have AI that can predict, we can help you police people. You know, somebody is talking about security, this. The people outside, if you go outside this country, you will not see police on the streets. They don't lock that door. No, all these ones you have, what do you call it? All these iron things, you won't see it in their houses. And yet you can't come and see them. Because they have AI sensors all over. If you break the one that is on the street, you can you go to the satellite up to break it? When there's any theft, they will just run it down and bring you. If you have ever gone to receive visa, you can remember that you do facial, as you do your thumbprint, you do facial thumbprint. That one you are done. If they catch you anywhere, the camera catch you, even if it's your back, we identify that it's you. That's what AI can do for you. All this security problem, AI can handle it if we are genuine and our government is genuine. We can monitor everything for you. Even this Yahoo we are talking about, AI can monitor it. It's just there for us and the government. Next slide. What is happening? Climate, you can handle that, please, because of my time. Next slide. For financial inclusion, what it can do, there's a app there that I posted there. Just look at it later when you get the slide. It can help you for that, to transform business, economy, and so on. Food security, you know, science and engineering. Doc says something about that, so I'm not going to look at that. Go on. There's something I'm going to. Okay, so go back a little. What we can do. It is time for Nigeria to develop a national AI development and ethical policy for AI. And we are the ones that will tell government. We are the ones that will tell government. They don't know. They are busy discussing policies there. It's we who are lecturers and they assume that these are the people that are doctors, they are professors, they understand. It's we that we make the recommendation that we need this policy. Now in this institution, can I ask you another question? Do you have a policy for ethical use of AI? Can you see it? Then how can you now expect Nigeria to have? Why we, the key players, don't have? It is time for us to rise up. Yes, there should be a policy on AI in this institution. This is some of the communication you will give to your rector. There should be a policy on that. And when we are done with our institution, we now begin to encourage the country to have a policy. Next slide. I am advocating that AI should be embedded in all programs. Do you know why? Somebody is reading marketing and the person will graduate and leave this institution and gets to where he's supposed to get a job, and they will ask you, can you employ AI in your marketing? And the person will say, they don't teach me. So every program you must put in AI. How it can be used. It's our duty. If not, where we produce, graduates that may become, before they get into the field, they're already obsolete. It's our duty to incorporate those things into our lecturing. And I'm saying that AI should be taught from primary school at a very simple level. Used is because we don't have enough money to do proper research. If you really want to carry out research, you need about at least 1 billion. And when you don't have that money, you begin to cut edges and reduce what if the government can sponsor all our research? Another reason if they sponsor, they will make use of our findings. Are they making use of our findings? Yes, because they have nothing at stake. But if they are putting in their money seriously, they will tell you, bring your findings and come and defend it before us. And they will make use of it. That's like this. We need to develop local solutions. How we can apply AI to malaria prediction. Our problem. Because these ones we are consulting, like what the speaker from UK said, is biased. About AI, the AI is good, even though it has ethical issues. Once Nigeria comes out with a policy, it will help us to address those ethical issues. Next slide, please. I'm concluding. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. You can read all this, please. Go to conclusion. Good. National development. This thing is not clear. I can't read it. National development. Something is up.
Global competitiveness. Global competitiveness. Global competitiveness.
Global competitiveness and no, there's something up. Okay, no problem. Nigeria has a youthful population in the fourth industrial revolution. If strategic and inclusive decisions are made now, the path to AI leadership must be inclusive, ethically grounded, and secured and sustainable. The Nigerian government has a critical window of opportunity to integrate AI across governance, education, agriculture, healthcare, and security. Cultivate AI literacy from the grassroots to the highest policy-making level. Align AI policy with the nation's development priorities, not foreign agenda. Then the last thing I want to pick the recommendation. One, develop a national AI strategy, build robust digital infrastructure, enhance AI education and research, promote responsible AI development, foster inclusive innovation ecosystem, retain and attract talent, utilize AI in solving Nigeria's specific challenges, establish inclusive governance framework, engage international partnership strategically, and lastly, mentor and evaluate AI impacts. God bless us. My madam,
Thank you very much for making me proud. So much. Thank you very much.
Also come and use here first. That is corruption in the first place. So these are the issues. Yeah. So but if you have an event center, then you can showcase all the event center, showcase all the ICT or computer center. So these are some of the things we are talking about. So there are little things that for us to work on AI, all like what you asked, they're all based on corruption. Even the Yahoo boys, if they have something doing, they cannot be involved in all those things. So we must look at the sense, see what we can do to see, because the money is made available, is not being used. There's nothing you want to do, because like when you say you change figure from what they increase it from 127 to this and this, it's corruption, and the system accommodates such a thing. Because when you have criminals in the system, criminal things must be this thing. The election you don't vote, our voting doesn't count. Why can't we use professors to do most of the rigging? But at the end, they dug them aside. What am I saying? If you can have genuine election that will put the right people there, things will work well in the system. But as long as we cannot do that, for common election, we cannot do that. We don't even have population. So what are we talking about? So the basic thing for us to go to AI, that whatever someone is doing, AI, we are not yet started with the need of start. Because even when we have the policies, corruption will keep the policy. Because the ethical, they will not, what operates outside will not happen here. So when we are looking at that, thank God we are, the system, we can change the system. It is me and you. Because as long for you to talk, like I said, anywhere we find ourselves, let's call the spade and say the truth. Like the way I spoke to our rector, he may not be too happy with what I said, but I made a point clear to him. When he go back and say, somebody came and said, we are not supposed to use this type of place for such a conference. He will go back and say, okay, what happened today? If they have a conference, why was it not given? There are so many things we have to ask the management. They will put this right. So what am I saying that in any way we find ourselves, either as a lecturer, as a student, let's do the right thing. It's only then that this so-called what our mommy just said will be a fun name. Because it's everything in Nigeria here. I ask myself, I don't know what we are going to do for the next generation. Because the way we are going, if corruption not kill us, we will kill corruption. That is just the base truth. Because in every mutual opportunity you have, and the government has everywhere. I have been involved, I go to government as well. People just want to go there and grab. At the expense of the masses. I don't see reason why people now, even for a man want to leave a position, he want to carry on the whole weight thing. Most of these people, they are 65, they are 70 years. If I have 2 billion, can I feel 2 billion after I die? No. If I have 1 billion, can I feel? No, you can't feel such money. But we keep the money for a generation who are not yet born. And these are the things we are talking about. So the ethical work we are talking about, we must look at those things. What our value system? The value system we have in Nigeria is wrong. It's not because we share it to those who has this money. Go around Asaba, go down this way. All what they are building hotel. Nobody taking on board, even when we are talking about anything. Everybody what they are building is a hotel to carry women and all those sort of things. So nobody investing in their education, nobody investing in what we are talking about. I don't see why this is for the past 8 years or 4 years, we cannot be able to solve light issues. That's the first basic thing. Because if we solve this light issue, other things will fall in place. But we cannot solve light issue. In my place, we don't have light. And people, even if we have solar, they want to use solar system. So, you know how much they pay for solar? Trillions. That is corruption. So, we are looking at the issues that we, the academicians, we must rise up. And we ourselves, we are enemy of ourselves because all the fault we are fighting for ASU and not ASU. When the money comes to the school, it is the rector or the VC that use the money. Yes, they give us peanuts in most things, they don't even use it. All the 10-4 project, they kick her back, they collect. There was a 10 project in my university. I was the dean there. When they came, we analyzed what we want to do. Do you know that they went behind what we agreed on? They gave them money and do shabby this and went away. And the commission, they approved it. It was a 10-4. But I found out they were giving those from 10-4, they gave them part of the money to go at. So what were we saying here that, my beloved, we have a long way to go. And I strongly believe that if we, like what our mommy said, for us to do things right, we must first of all tackle the corruption. What the greed in us is so much that even within the pastors and so on, the greed, we must kill that greed for. What do you need this for? If you have carried all the whole schools and money and money, what do you need it for?
It's more like interaction, reaction to what our great presenters have said so far. I heard Dr. Ayura, he said, talked about copyright with AI. There are issues with AI, yes. First and foremost, it's true that AI is likely to make us to lose our jobs. But I am of the view that AI is going to make only 2 sets of people lose their jobs. People that refuse to embrace AI and people that are depending on AI without balancing it. Those sets of people are likely to lose their job. But I want to make a response to the issue of copyright. When they said AI it allows for copyright. I don't really think AI can be blamed for copyright because first and foremost, let us not forget that ChatGPT 4.0 actually came after ChatGPT 3.5. And when it was 3.5, it was basically on let me say, would they call it I think you really want to tell us, but neural networks. Yes, whereby artificial brains, they were fed with different data. Just like a child. You give a child different pictures and they form new ideas. So that was what brought about AI. While we're hearing AI, I am hopeful that we will have a conference sometimes that will not just be theoretical, where we'll just be hearing AI, and we're not even seeing examples of this AI. What type of, yes, we all know right now that AI can be used for this and this and that. But what specific type of AI should we be looking at in our different fields? When we hear AI, everybody's just having in mind that ChatGPT, that's the general knowledge. And that is not really true. ChatGPT is only the one that brought about, made AI to be known. Before now, like she said, AI has been in existence for many years. But ChatGPT was what brought about the knowledge you have now about AI, that exposed it, that brought about, oh, everybody now is not all about AI. That's always been in existence. It didn't just start now. So my response is this. I look forward to a time whereby we will have conferences that will not just be talking theoretically, but discussing specific AI and its usage. Now, our other presenter, the Miss Delta, Queen of Delta, she talked about using AI for research, and we, the lecturers, should also have AI detectors. Now, let me use this our school as a setting. Our students' projects, our students' assignments are submitted in hard copy. Who should give the library the opportunity. Now, I'm not just advocating for libraries right now. I'm just advocating for educational system. Should give. You cannot be talking about ethical use of AI when you have not had a policy and a strategy in place to see how you can curb this use of AI for you without you learning anything. Now, whether you believe it or not, even my small boy, my last baby, just 8 years, I was thinking that I've been able to hide this ChatGPT from them. I was shocked the other day he was telling me something. I said, where did you get from? He said, ChatGPT told me now. I was like, See me thinking that they don't know it. This is someone of 8 years. How much was its elder ones? They all know it. Whether we like it or not, our students are using AI and they are using it the wrong way. So to round it up, please, I will call on school management to create an opportunity for us, the lecturers, to be able to call or rather encourage the ethical and responsible use of AI in educational sector.
As I just said, the forum here to interact and discuss more. Like what you said, you can give any student assignment. Before you know, they will just go to AI and give them the answer. Even give them project. There are even some AI you check. I have on taking the they will write project and give you the full detail summary of what even abstract give you detail. They are already there on the line. So what we need to do, most of the universities like this, for example, now, they usually carry a pre-judging test to know what is the percentage of. Yes, but even with that, some people are circumvent even to change some things and this is and get this done. So, but in every day new ones are coming up. So what we can do, like what you said, the pre-judging test is the only way to detect whether the person has used. Yeah. So some of them, but so we should be able to make sure that and new pre-judging tests are coming up every day because they are coming with development. So that one can improve even in the system.
There's an issue, isn't it? Yes. From what we are saying. I think it's time for us to restructure the way we give assignments. You can't run away from it. You can't run away from it. Give assignments that will make the students think and make them creative. Like my project students, I allow them to interact with AI. I allow them. I have policies. I allow them to use AI. You choose a topic. I say, go to AI, go and get every information about that topic. And come with nothing less than 70 pages. And they will come with it. I say, okay, go and read it. Then we will discuss. After discussion, I say, okay, based on this information, go and prepare outline. And they will go and prepare the outline. I say, it's time to read. I say, you see what AI gave to you? It's literature review. It's time for you now. Go and look at that literature review. Go and download papers, marry it, then begin to use this your outline to write your project. And when they want to write, it's handwritten. Like in my university, we don't type. Our VC insisted that the students should write. Even though they go and copy it, the process of reading, they're not writing, they are reading it. And there's something in it. So they will, and it's handwritten. And when I want to read it, they will sit face to face with me. I'm reading, I'll say, what do you mean by this? They will have to talk. And they know that that is my method. So wherever they go and get it, they have to internalize and have a reason for everything they write down. We just have to devise a means to force them to be creative. We just have to devise a means. Because they will write, and after we will do it till the end. And in my school, the policy is already in place that the students will submit soft copy to the library. It's a soft copy to the library. At that point, you cannot pass it through. Whether plagiarism, if the school is able to buy Turnitin, Turnitin has AI detector in it. So Turnitin will do the plagiarism test and the AI detector. And if there is something wrong with it, you send it back to the student to go and rework. So it's something we can do. If other universities outside this country, they are mapping out strategies, we, the lecturer, is trying to be creative too. Go and think and look for it. Like the one I'm using now, I thought about it. And what can I do to make this student actually go and do the research? Because you cannot stop them from AI. You can't.
My name is Imam Nemodi from Accountancy Department. I want to ask, there's this narrative that AI has brought a level of laziness to certain people in certain fields. For example, writers, people that create content, writing content. Some of them no longer go through the part of critical thinking and analysis to come up with content. That is for, I'm trying to narrow it down to writers, people that write and create content. So my question is, how do you educate people that have such narrative? People that think that AI has brought about laziness. People don't no longer go through thinking and trying to analyze certain things to bring out certain content. So that's my question. And also, I want to add that for the part of AI detector, I think there is now an upgrade in that aspect where there are some AIs that can actually humanize AI written jobs, AI written works. So I want to know, how do you synchronize them, sir? Thank you so much.
You talk about laziness, but somebody just said something very, very germane. The difference between smart and hard. Either you work smartly or you work hardly. And in most cases, when you work hard, some people are hardly working. You understand? So what AI, in my own opinion, has come to do is to make our job a little more easier. I asked ChatGPT to give me a research on linguistics, English language. I'm an accountant. So he brought out about 12 pages. And I said, no, this can't be enough for presentation. So I went deep down to flesh it up to make it more realistic of the project. So what AI does is just to probably make our work look a little bit smarter and aid for us to now dig down to get the real thing that we want. Therefore, those that create content, like we said, the mind works first before the AI. I don't need to understand. You must conceive, you must have a dream before you can actualize it. So the mind works first before the AI. For you to go to any ChatGPT 4.0 or 3.5, your mind has been synchronized to what you want. So what you need to do is to develop your mind, because at the end of the day, what is AI are a conglomeration of other people's ideas. I remember Robert Katrina that was asked to display in Saudi, a conference. And he could read people's mood. He could read what people's mood, because they have put into it subconsciously how human behaves. So if you speak your face, he knows you are moody. If you smile, he knows you are smiling. So if it's not a question of being lazy, it's a question of being smart. That's my response.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for a wonderful outing. My distinguished professor, my madam at the top, your research. Thank you so much. The able representative of the commissioner himself. We're so grateful and indeed very, very appreciative. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate my dean for the opportunity to stand on this podium. She gave me the rights to Buga, and I'm so grateful. My dean, thank you so much. Thank you to all the deans, everybody, the deans of the different schools that are here. My wonderful committee that works with me tirelessly. I really want to appreciate Dr. Mrs. Foma Kobire. She's been a workaholic and she's done marvelously well. I've learned so much from her. Thank you so much. Thank you. Every participant, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the fact that, the fact that you came and stood for us. Though we know we are learning, and the learning is in process, and we're progressing in it. We are so grateful. Thank you very much. And then, as I conclude this section of the conference, I want to thank you for the valuable time, the valuable knowledge that we've tapped. Even our friend, the international speaker from Aberdeen, we're grateful. So we look forward to implementing most of all that will be said in this conference, especially the different sections and the different tracks. Like the rector has promised that outstanding papers will be published. Have been published relatively free through the school journal. So those of us that we can get our paper well and home and doing will all be published in our journal. So once again, we say, Lord, thank you, and thank you again. You've done so well. Even as we proceed to the next part of the conference, we have different tracks that we're taking care of, different subject areas, like engineering and related papers will be in track A, they are in track A, and they'll be using the old ICT for engineering and related paper. Then the Microsoft behind us here will be for track B, that is ICT and related papers. Then track C will have business management and related papers, the new ICT where we're seated here. Then track D will be for arts and humanities and related paper. Indeed, that's how we're going to look at. We have the different coordinators and different chairpersons that we're looking at what we'll be doing. Now what? Track D. Old ICT. Okay, I didn't mention it. I'm really sorry. Old ICT. No.
May we rise up for prayer. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for beginning with us, and we thank you for ending this session with us. Father, all the resource persons that deliver their lectures to us today, continue to endow them with more academic strength in Jesus' name. Amen. The next stage that we are entering, the syndicate session, let your intellectual spirit be upon us. Amen. To your glory and honor. In Jesus Christ's name I have prayed. Amen.